Would not normally have a problem with any president that wants to address school children.
Unless it's a liberal black president.
Wants to encourage them to study hard, to develop, to learn, to have a great education, to inspire them that America is the greatest country and they can be all they can be.
So teaching them that America is the world's greatest country to you is education and not indoctrination, whereas teaching the kids to stay in school and to be active in their government or politics, to you is indoctrination. Ding! What the fuck? You have nothing upstairs, Hannity. You are the biggest retarded shill on Fox News besides Glenn Beck.
But when you read the specifics here, what is the president asking me to do? How can I help the president? Now we're getting into an area where it seems very close to indoctrination, or at least has the potential. Your thoughts?
My thoughts? My thoughts are that you and the rest of the fucktarded conservatives out there are extremely butthurt about having this black liberal president in office. And you're like, how could this happen? We want our country back. And he wants to change things for the better? No, fuck that. Which I'll have plenty of evidence for in the second video, where they actually interview a stupid mom who was going to take her kid, 5-year-old, out of class while Obama's doing this. So fucking, you gotta look out for those genius conservatives out there.
Well, my first thought is that people have to understand the context, the timing, and the culture of this speech. You know, a lot of leftists and Fox bashers will make fun of us for calling attention to this event and say, what's the big deal? And they'll point to some sort of prepared text from Obama that looks very innocuous on its face.
So wait a second. We're willing to show you the actual text of the speech that Obama is going to give, and you call it innocuous. But at the same time, you are going to complain that people will make fun of you for bringing it up as if it's fucking indoctrination. You know who else goes to schools and talks? George Bush did it. The senior, not junior, not W. Reagan did it. Nixon did it. I don't understand what the problem is. It's our fucking president. I'm sure if it was a Republican governor that was going to be coming to your kid's school, or Michelle Malkin's kid's school, or any of these fucking idiots' conservative school, they'd be fucking like 100% for it. I don't care if you're sick, you're going to class that day. But because it's Barack Obama, the president, and they, in their mind, he's just like nigger Nazi or some shit. It's fucking insane. Fuck all you bigoted pieces of shit. I've met hardly any conservatives with actual arguments. It's mostly just fucking inner hatred, and they can't contain it. And there's so many of them that they think it's an okay thing to do, to be out, have all this outward hatred towards the president, because there's, a good 20-25% of the nation is like that. Well, go to Texas, secede, and get the fuck out of our hair, pieces of shit.
But this is not merely a morale-boosting speech that he's giving. He's giving it in the context of his Obamacare plan completely under siege. We know that the left has always used kids in public schools as guinea pigs and as junior lobbyists for their social liberal agenda.
There's so much bullshit in that one statement, and she runs it all together like she's like, we know that the left uses children to test their political agendas, and they turn children into fucking like lobbyists for the left, and all this crazy their liberal agenda and all this bullshit. I mean, if the conservatives had it their way, like, all you would learn in school is the Bible. And there would be no fucking taxes, and the whole fucking goddamn country would fall apart. Seriously. Privatized bullshit would just run the fucking country into the ground, make as much money as they could, and then get the fuck out. Because that's what they always do. Fuck you idiots for thinking that we have some huge agenda, when it's obviously you fucktards with the agenda here, thinking just Obama talking to children is automatically trying to indoctrinate them into liberalism. fuck off.
And of course, as I said, it goes back to Bill Ayers.
But let me
His pedagogical philosophy was to use the schools as tools for left-wing activism.
And of course, we know all about the Alinsky model, and he actually taught the course. We have the video of him at the chalkboard showing that. Do you really think, in light of the fact that we're paying attention to it, that he's not going to be a little more cautious?
Yes, unfortunately, because you right-wing conservative retards manage to use fear tactics and misinformation, Obama sadly is not the badass, hope and change that we were hoping for. He's just a fucking shill, apparently. And he's so caught up in this bipartisan bullshit that the Republicans do not care about. The Republicans only care about bipartisan when they don't have the control. When they have the control, they're like, piss off, we'll do it on our own. We don't need your help. The liberals have control, and still they can't fucking do it. Then again, half of the fucking liberals out there are bought off by the same companies the fucking conservatives are bought off on. So it's, and who gets fucked out of it? The people who elected these fucktards. Us. All of us. Not just liberals, conservatives too, everyone that voted. You voted your person in, they won, and you're still not getting shit out of it? Yeah, you just think you do. It's so fucking stupid. It blows my mind, the kind of retardation that passes for, this is news to them. This is news.
Yeah, well, as I said, it's not about the text. He'll actually deliver a very innocuous speech. I can guarantee you that. But in these classrooms, which are living laboratories for left-wing activism, what you're going to get are overzealous teachers, teachers union brass who are in the hip pockets of the Democrat Party, urge their kids to write letters, to demonize Obamacare opponents and to call them opponents of change. And we've seen this at the town halls.
Oh, I mean, where the fuck does this bitch get her information? Absolutely nowhere does it talk about freaking any kind of health care or Obama's health care plan or the bill or anything like that at all. And you have zero examples of it at the town hall. She's like, and you've seen it at the town halls. No, you've seen nothing. Nothing at the town halls about Obama talking to school kids about staying in school and, asking them to do a short essay. Oh, God forbid we fucking ask the kids to write a fucking essay. While we're at it, don't teach them about the Holocaust because we don't want them turning into Nazis, right? Or maybe you do, you sick fucking conservative dumbasses. If that's what your right-wing fucktards wanted, was to become conservative neo-Nazi type, neo-conservatives, all of them, you'd fall right into place because you don't care about your own fucking standards. You just care about fitting in with the fucking popular club. Fucking joke.
Obama is not above using an 11-year-old girl as his conduit for attacking town hall protester signs as quote-unquote mean. He did that in New Hampshire, and that girl was the daughter of an Obamacare acolyte. They are using these kids as political guinea pigs for hope and change, and we know what it's really all about.
All right.
Controversy continues to erupt all around President Obama, from his planned speech on Tuesday to public school students across the country. The White House says that the president is just going to encourage kids to do their best to stay in school, but some people are raising suspicious eyebrows, even using words like indoctrination.
Oh, really? You mean the word indoctrination? You mean like Fox News is? Look up, dumb bitch.
Some schools are debating whether to even show the speech, and concerned parents are thinking of pulling their kids right out of the classrooms. Joining us now is Hillary Valenti. Hillary does not want her daughter hearing this speech. Hillary, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tell us how you found out about this. And what was your initial reaction?
Initially it was kind of, I wanted information. What's going on? What's going to be said? I didn't jump to conclusions originally. Went to the ISD website, went to the Department of Education, and it was at that point that I started realizing I wasn't sure what the purpose of this speech was actually going to be when I saw the curriculum outlines and all of that information. It didn't seem to add up to me at that point.
And you have a 5-year-old. It's my understanding you've decided not to let her sit in and listen to this speech. What about that curriculum and the things that you discovered made you decide this was not for your 5-year-old?
Do you hear her? This dumb bitch actually admitted. She's like, I looked at the curriculum, and it just didn't add up to me. She's like, I'm too retarded to understand the curriculum of what Obama, or what Obama's even going to be talking about. So I'm going to remove, it's a 5-year-old child she has. She's going to remove her 5-year-old child from school that day because she's too stupid to understand what the fuck he's talking about. And she's too, I don't know, bigoted, racist, conservative, hates liberals so much that she can't stand her daughter hearing the president fucking talk. Fucking A.
It was really more about it seemed to be focused on the politics of Obama and sounded more like, what will you do because of what President Obama has said? What will you do to support Obama? And it started to sound a little bit more political to me. Not that I think a 5-year-old can figure that out.
A 5-year-old might be able to figure something out a little bit more clearly than you dumb bitch. You don't know jack shit. I'm running out of time for this video, so I'm just going to show you the last beautiful part of this fucking how the interview ends, and then I'm out of here. Cocktopus out.
Parents do need to see this stuff before their kids are exposed to anything within the school system, regardless of it being political or not. But I apologize. I've lost track of the question.